Okay, so that's what your box is supposed to look like so far. Got it? 2 wires. The white wires are for the receptacle. The hot wire is over here for the receptacle. I put the pigtail in there for another black wire to heat up the light switch over here. We got the light switch over here connecting up these 2 wires. And we got the grounds. One ground is to the light switch, one's to the receptacle. Easy greasy. Okay, now that we got that done, what am I going to do now? I'm gonna look at this and see how far these wires stick out, and I'm gonna cut off some of them. Like for the light switch, I'm gonna make them about as long as the white wires. I think I'm gonna cut the white wires off just a little bit. You should have about 6 inches coming out, and I'm just gonna make that a little shorter. Make this one a little shorter. Hold this one up. Line that up. See, I didn't cut hardly any off those pigtails. I'm glad I didn't cut that one wire in half, because the pigtails wouldn't have been long enough now that I've rerouted them in there and stuff. Now I've got everything is the same length. Okay? And so, because I'm going to hook everything into the back, like on the light switch, I can hook into the back or the side screws. I'm going to just put the screws in. That way the screws don't hit any wire back there, or wire nut. If you have a metal cover plate or something, you would want those screws put in, wrapped with electrical tape and all that. This is a plastic box, so I'm not going to worry about all that kind of stuff. Okay. And I can strip this. I'm going to strip all these wires now, because I'm going to have to do that. And I want them probably about a 1/2 inch or so. Make that one a little bit longer. I don't want them too terribly long. If just a hair of it shown on the back side where you plug it into the outlet, that's okay. You just don't want a whole lot sticking out of there, okay? And I'm kind of looking at those and making kind of a judgment on these. Okay. Now my ground wires, I'm gonna put curly cues in them because they got screws on here. Okay. I'm going to put that in there about 3/16 and roll it up. Okay. That's for my receptacle. For the top one, yeah, let's see. If I roll it up, I've got it at the top. That should be okay. See, if I need it to go the other way, I could go backwards, or I could take the wire and twist it however I want. I'm going to go ahead and let's do the light switch. I'm going to do the light switch first. I'm going to put the ground wire on first. I want to put the ground wire on in the same direction as I'm tightening up the screw. And there's a little groove above that too that can hold your wire. I first am going to try to pinch it together. Okay, here we go. And now I can get it. There's just a little nib on there, and I can hold it on the inside of that nib before I tighten up the screw. Okay. And now I can pull that. Make sure you look at your light switch on these toggles, the old style. It's going to say off and on right there. And I've decided to use that instead of the the paddle one, because this is like 59 cents. Those other ones are almost $3, so you know, why not, right? Now I can just turn this sideways like that, okay? And I'm going to take this top one into the top, just bend it, poke it in there. Come on. There it goes. It's a spring-loaded deal in there, okay? And like I said, it doesn't matter which black goes for the top or bottom. I just decided that on my own, okay? And before I shove that in the box, we'll just have it over like that. I'm going to work on my my receptacle, and see, you don't have to hold there and that. Just tilt that with your hand, and then I can kind of put a little bend in it to kind of fit it up on there. And that's why I make the tab a little long, so that it's up far enough so I can reach it. And just tighten it up a little bit. That doesn't tighten it onto here. The screw does that. You know what I mean? The screw actually does that. Okay. I'm going to pull tight on it. That just makes for a better connection, having it over and then kind of pinching it together. And so see, it's like that. Now I'll just bend it up into place. You know, wherever I need it. And because I'm right-handed, I can just put it over here like this. I can make sure the silver screws on the left-hand side, well, they're silver. That's for the white wires. And on your electrical receptacle, you'll notice on your lines, the left-hand side is generally longer than the right-hand side, just about all the time. That's where your neutral side is over there. But they usually have, you know, silver screws. And so I've got one wire for the top and one wire for the bottom. Just take it and bend it over there like that. Make sure you don't get it mixed up and put the white ones over on the hot side. Now I only have one hot wire. I can put it in either screw, because remember the tab is attached on the side. I put it on either one of those and it will heat up. So let's put it at the bottom. Okay. So far so good. That's what your job's going to look like. Just like them apples. Are we having fun yet? Are you learning anything? I hope you are. Okay. Now, to put these wires in, I usually hold the wires down and hold my hand here, bend up there, and then I try to bend closer up here to kind of put an S. I'm trying to put an S in there, whoosh, like that. Now I can get that in there and push that in where it's going to go, beyond where the screw hole is, so I can make sure there's nothing in my way, make sure I can readjust the wires. This box is plenty big for, I've hardly got anything in it, so this one's an easy one to do. Okay, and I can I can just screw this in right now if I want. And I do it by hand. I don't like doing it with the battery operated drill. I just take my time and screw this puppy in. If you have a wire nut behind here, or let's say you have a packed box and it's really packed in there, and the wires need to be tweaked and you don't know it, and you think, oh, I'll just get it started like that. Oh yeah, that's good. And you start ramming it in there with an electric screwdriver, you know, an electric drill, battery operated drill. Maybe you think, oh, I'll just push it right in it and that'll push the wires back. But if the wire is hitting a wire nut, or however it's situated in the box, it might not go in there. You might think these are going in and it bends this, or it tweaks your switch or your receptacle. I don't like doing it that way. I just do it manually, it doesn't take that much longer. And see, before I put it in all the way, I can tweak it, make sure it's going straight so that the cover plate's going to cover it fine and nice and flush. I'm almost done with this project. I still have to hook up my my plug up in the house. Now I'm just going to make this snug because I may have to shift it left or right just a bit one way or another to fit the cover plate on. That's why this top slot, you can slide it to left or right. Same on all those, so if it's off like this, maybe you have to adjust the top and not the bottom, or one at the top and one at the bottom over here, or something like that. But for the time being, we'll try to center the screw. Okay. There's that. Now to get this one in, same way. Pull down here, put my hand here, and I put my other hand down here because I want to bend that up, and then those wires are together, and I want to kind of grab this right here and tweak that way so it's like that. So I got those wires can be pushed back like that.